Hi everyone, and welcome to Almost Cancelled. I'm Peter, and I'm joined with Connor.
Hey everyone.
And this is the last DC review of the year. It's also the last one that it'll just be me and Connor, because Skinner is going to be joining us for all DC shows after Christmas. So you can look forward to a third voice in these reviews, which is nice. But let's talk about Supergirl. Season 1, Episode 8, the mid-season final, I guess, because it's the last one before Christmas. It's called Hostile Takeover. Full spoilers, as always. And IMDb has let us down with no description or synopsis of any kind. God damn it.
They're really not doing well these last few weeks.
They haven't been. It's because we're getting close to Christmas. I feel
That's no excuse.
I feel like the people who write these descriptions are just, they're taking the time off early. It's really upsetting. But first and foremost, the episode deals with the cliffhanger from last week. With Supergirl's auntie showing up. And, they have a brief fight. She's got that protective thing on that stops the kryptonite from affecting her.
Because of course she does.
Of course she does. Why not? And then Supergirl gets away by falling into the sewer through the ground.
She literally just dives off the building and hopes for the best.
Yeah. But what I want to talk about first, actually, is how this episode, in multiple ways, actually, feels like a little bit of a dig to Man of Steel.
Yeah.
And there was two areas where I felt this. First of all, after sparring with her sister, Supergirl tells her that Superman doesn't kill when she's getting told that she may have to kill someone because, it's a war and sometimes people have to die, blah, 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 blah. Which, first of all, I thought,
could have been, but then,
yeah, I mean,
that anyway.
Yeah, that could have just been, obviously, because that's a thing, in the comics, and generally Superman doesn't kill, so that's fair enough, right? I mean, I thought of it, but I didn't think necessarily, okay, it's not necessarily a dig at Man of Steel, but still, it stands out.
Yeah.
And then Supergirl had a one-on-one fight in the middle of the city, in the sky, around the buildings, with her aunt. At one point, one of them flies the other one through a building, much like Man of Steel, and Supergirl goes out of her way to fly down and catch the debris that's about to hit someone.
There was also another interesting one where it's the shot where the camera's following her from behind while she's flying in that fight, and she like 1-2s her on.
Oh yeah,
it's exactly the same.
Yeah, it's the same
as
thing.
The one they did with Zor-El, yeah.
Same shot, which, to be fair, that was a good shot in the movie.
It was a good shot.
It was a good shot here for the most part.
It stood out immediately as that's exactly the same shot.
Yeah. As far as the effects go, actually, I thought whenever they stopped and were just floating in midair talking to each other, it looked a bit rough.
It did, and also the one where they were floating in midair outside at that fight, the sound went really weird on the dialogue. I don't know what it was. It was like they couldn't quite figure out how to get it sounding right in that atmosphere, but it's not sitting right for me.
I didn't notice that as much, but you're more finely tuned to that stuff. So when they were floating still, the green screen looked a little bit iffy. Like, I don't know if there was just not enough wind or whatever, but however, when they were flying about and hitting each other, it actually looked quite good, I thought, for TV.
It did. It looked very good, really.
I thought obviously they weren't going to match what Man of Steel did, because they had a $250 million budget, but
no one's expecting it to.
But for a TV show, they actually did quite impressively well, so can't complain.
No, they definitely did.
So yeah, that was good. So some good action. The main plot of this episode was a cat has been hacked.
That's topical.
By the F Society. Nah, I'm kidding. Catco might as well be called Evil Core, let's be honest. Honestly, that plot was just kind of like the fun diversion for the episode for the most part, whilst the main villain stuff was boiling in the background.
It did lead to some nice moments, though.
Well, it did, because it led to Jimmy doing his little sneaking in thing, and Cat being like, "Jump out the window, I'll catch you." And he's like, "No, I'll just play it off. I'll just and that was fine. But what it did lead to that was interesting was Cat, and we suspected that she might have either completely knew or just kind of suspected, but she basically pulls her camera up and says, Yeah, look, all this stuff that's been happening. Take off your glasses. Take them off, or I'll assume I'm right. She takes them off. Hey, Supergirl. Look. Do you know what I feel like that is, though? I feel like between all the friends and family finding out really quickly and now Kat figuring it out in, 8 episodes, I feel like this is addressing the old, like, you would realise that Clark's Superman because it's just glasses, right?
Yeah.
And regular people aren't noticing that it's her because they're not seeing Supergirl up close that much, or they're not meeting Kara up close, But all the people around her close to her are figuring it out. I think that's fine. Like, they're addressing that, and
especially with Kat when she's portrayed to be so smart and like on the ball with everything, it would have made it and too much longer, and it would have started to feel just weird that she wasn't noticing.
yeah. So I'm fine with that. I think this is this is it's very 90s, but it's actually addressing a couple of the issues that people tend to always have with Superman.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay. I think it's kind of like how in Man of Steel, instead of having the sort of almost love triangle between Clark, Lois, and Superman, they just had Lois figure it out or know almost right away.
Yeah, just get out of the way.
And that's fine. I mean, don't get me wrong, that does rob you of the... Because that whole love triangle dynamic thing's actually kind of... I mean, Lois and Clark, the first 2 seasons of Lois and Clark are great for that. Like, that's actually a lot of fun. But, it's a new version. You can, you don't have to do every single little thing like that every time. So, this deals with it probably in a better way, I would almost argue. Because in Man of Steel, at one point, Lois shows up with a cop at Clark's farm, yelling out Superman. And I'm like... How does people not know who he is? Like, going into the next one. Like, seriously. Fucking any old person could figure it out. But anyway. So that's good. That was fine. We got to see Martian Manhunter do a little bit of trickery when he was fighting a Kryptonian, which was nice.
I did enjoy his line earlier as well.
Oh, about Superman hating the fact that...
Yeah.
Or I think it's hilarious that he can't read his mind. Yeah, that was good.
Sorry, one second, I lost all my sound.
But what is pretty cool about that, though, is I like that it says that Martian Manhunter knows Superman.
Yeah, that's what I thought immediately. I was like, okay, so Clark knows who he is.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Which is interesting, because it's like, is it just Superman, or did Jean...
I think last week he said there was only one other person who knew.
Right, okay.
So I applied that it is just Superman who knows.
Well, knows that he's him, but...
Yeah, that's true.
What I mean is, like... Because in the cut, like, Martian Manhunter traditionally is the one who, like, brings the Justice League together, and I'm like, is there a league out there somewhere that they've just not talked about? They talk about Superman a lot, but,
It's true. I feel like it was just Superman, but they could play it off later either way, to be honest.
Yeah, they probably could. But, so that was a fun little tidbit that I liked. Kara seemed to let it go, the fact that her sister was like, yeah, trust me, Hank's fine. He's like, she seemed to just let that be really quickly.
Yeah, I guess she just trusts her sister that much, and you just have to deal with that.
So I guess the one thing we have to talk about now is, well, other than the fact that Maxwell Lord has a heat vision gun thing that stops their vision. I don't know.
I don't know what it was, but it was cool as fuck.
But it looked like a grenade launcher that just happened to shoot like I guess black goo that affects a Kryptonian. I don't know what was going on with that, but
who cares?
So you've got there's some flashbacks as well, but you've got actually, speaking of the flashbacks, we'll talk about that first. The flashbacks, a little bit iffy, because I think the flashbacks, even the first episode, were a little bit iffy, but it does lead to a really cool scene where Kara gets pissed at her mum's hologram and gets so pissed that she actually blasts heat vision at it.
Fucking hell, Miss Benoist is fucking killing it. Like, seriously, like, every time one of these scenes comes up, and then, like, she just completely owns the scene.
Do you know what I'm finding impressive, though? Is she's carrying the cheese. Like, she's not giving, like, a proper dramatic performance all the time. I feel like she's embracing the cheesiness of everything, but when she's called to, get angry in a scene like that...
She really goes for it, yeah.
Yeah, she does. So, she is kind of playing it... She's playing it between both worlds, and it's working for me.
Yeah, same.
So, that is nice. And I just like that she tried to hit a hologram with her heat vision, because she got angry.
Yeah, it makes sense. She just wasn't thinking.
Yeah,
She just completely lost control and was like, "Nah, fuck it, I'm having it."
yeah. Because Superman doesn't usually do that. Superman, even in Superman the movie, when Lois appears to be dead and he yells out, he doesn't blast heat vision all over the place. Maybe he should have. That's what
Maybe
I'm
you
saying.
should have.
Um, so I like that, and I like that side of it. The only thing I didn't like though is I thought the husband of her aunt, who's the more
Who's
evil one.
actually who's the one behind it, really?
To be fair, the aunt seems to have tried to trick them by the end of the episode, so she's still evil, I guess. But Non, I think his name was.
Yes.
More than anything, I think the actor's just kind of like a bit wooden and shit.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't help that he only had a handful of lines to really put this across, and he was trying to overdo it a bit, but at the same time, it just came off stiff.
Kind of hope he's dealt with quickly somehow.
Or at least he just does a better job.
Yeah, and it kind of leads to my only other complaint is that the cliffhanger for the ending was a bit.
I knew it was good. As soon as the shot started, I was like, "Oh fuck, this is gonna end right now, isn't it?" You can see the cut before it happens.
From the shot perspective, yes, but from a dramatic perspective, it felt like a really weird, abrupt
Yeah, that's what I mean.
cliffhanger.
Like you can see they were doing it, and it was just like, why now? Like,
Especially since we had a Krypton fight in the middle in the city that was pretty impressive. So ending with them, you know. That said, though, I do appreciate that one of the Kryptonians actually blasted a soldier in the stomach with heat vision and killed them. Like,
yeah, it was pretty brutal.
yeah, that was surprisingly brutal. I like that.
And then you had John's thing that he did to the other one.
Yeah, it's like you don't feel like a human because I'm not, and then he
Just destroys him.
destroys
Somehow.
the kryptonite
Shield
reflector
thing.
thing, and then uses his Krypton gun. So much of this sounds so silly when you talk about it out
It
loud.
does. It kind of works in the show though.
Oh dear. Yeah. So my only real complaints is the actor playing Non and the cliffhanger feeling a bit, like I guess they wanted a big cliffhanger so that they could be like, oh, come back after Christmas, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it needed it.
Nah, I don't think it did either. Really like the cat found out though, like her getting angry, like the fight for the most part in the middle with the aunt. Um, some people really don't like Win. I think Win's fine. And I actually kind of liked in this one where Jimmy kind of notices what's going on and why he's kind of pissed at him.
Yeah,
It just says, look, go for it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's still going to be a triangle of sorts, but I at least
Of course there is.
appreciated that they're not at odds. They're actually almost bonding.
Yeah, I think Kat had some really good moments as well. Like when she was about to give up and she was like taking responsibility for it. She was like, "No, I'll do what I have to do," and she was being all nice to Kara, like offering her the job anyway.
I was amused that I got drunk and asked Idris Elba out on a date and was declined.
Also, the line where she was talking about Wayne going, the handsome hobbit with more cardigans than you.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Nice little gems in there. Um, so yeah, Supergirl's been fun, and I wouldn't say. I mean, I think the last two episodes were stronger than this one, but
Yeah, but this still had some moments that.
yeah. I think the only moment that really stood out to me as being like, oh shit, I didn't expect that, was when the evil Kryptonian, heat visioned the guy to death. I was like, oh shit, that was dark.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that in this show. Although now I'm starting to expect it. I'm expecting a baby to get like heat vision to death next time now to top it.
That's the thing. Like the last three episodes, we've said how there's been all these scenes that we just weren't expecting from this show, and it was way above the quality of what we were expecting. And it's getting to the point now where I'm expecting to get that sort of quality more often.
To be fair, it's done it 3 episodes in a row, so it's
That's what I mean. It seems like we could be safe.
safe quality wise. Well, not it does well enough in CBS to get a second season is a completely other.
It's true. I hope it does because
I
it's
hope it
very
does.
enjoyable.
I really do hope it does. Because I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I mean, yeah, we get Gotham, which obviously I'm not watching, and we get Arrow, which we complain about every week. But I'm enjoying Supergirl, I'm enjoying Flash, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is great, so we're in a pretty good time for comic book TV shows, and that's not even including the Marvel Netflix stuff, so...
Or iZombie.
Or iZombie, which is also great, so... Yeah, that's the mid-season final review of Supergirl.